Alright guys, now that you've seen a little bit of railroad action, I'll take you back in time and show you how we got to the point where we were at the beginning of this video. If that's something that you're not interested in seeing, then you can end the video now. But I will show you the steps I took to get to where we were at the beginning of this video, where you've seen some awesome train action. Now I do want to say, I'm not going to get real in depth because I've already talked about laying track, soldering track, laying road bed, things like that. I even talked about in previous videos, and I did one specifically on super elevating curves, or how I do it. So I'll show you a little bit of that, how I did that. But I'm not going to really get too detailed in any of this. I'll just kind of give you some, show you a little bit of shots along the way of what I did. But other than that, stay tuned, and I'm glad you guys stopped by, checked out the video. I'm glad to have some trains running again. Main line's back up and running, and awesome passing siding there too. And hey, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Hey guys, now as we start to do the super elevation, I'll show you quickly what I do, and what I get and what I use is this 1/2 inch wide masking tape. That's it. And what we do is we start laying strips of this on the outside half of your cork road bed, on the of course the outside edge of your curve, and then, like I said, you don't want to start right where your curve starts. Go in 6 or 8 inches into your curve before you start laying your masking tape. And what you want to do, you're going to want to build up your super elevation gradually. So what I do is, I think I determined, I kind of like the total super elevation on my track. I think I use like 8 strips of this as far as thickness on top of each other, and that gives a pretty good super elevation. You don't want to get too crazy, you run into problems. But what I do is I start out, come back 6 or 8 inches into the curve, and I'll start laying a strip. What I do is I'll start there and I'll lay 2 strips from there all the way around to the end of the curve. Like I said, about 8 inches in from the other side. And then when I come back and lay my 3rd and 4th strips of tape, I move in, 4 inches from where I started the other one. And then I'll do that 3 or 4 times till I get it built up to the total thickness that I want for my super elevation throughout the rest of the curve. Because you want to build that up gradually. You don't want to build it up all at one shot. You're just running into problems with derailments and things like that. So you want to do a nice gradual easement into it, and that's how I do it. And I'll probably be in the way of doing this, but go right back here. That's probably roughly 8 inches, and I'm going to start laying this right on the outside edge, and I'm going to work my way around, and I'll do that, and then I'm going to come back and lay a second strip the same length right on top of that one. I like to double them up, and then like I said, then I'm going to move back about 4 inches, and I'm going to lay 2 more strips, and then maybe boot back at another 4 inches and lay 2 more strips. Keep doing that until I build it up to the thickness that I like. So let me lay a couple of these, and then I'll come back and show you what I'm talking about. It would be helpful if I was on in the camera, huh? Alright, hold on guys. Okay guys, I have my tape down for my super elevation. I pinned a piece of track in for testing purposes there. So I'll show you in a minute. So what I did was I started right here, and I laid 2 strips of tape from there all the way around, and then I moved back. I don't know how well that's going to show up. roughly 4 inches, and I laid 2 more strips. And then I moved back another roughly 4 inches, laid 2 more strips, and again back here. So now I have a total of 8 strips, which gradually increases in height all the way around to the other side. And I did the same thing. I stepped it up. There's 2 here, then 2 more, then 2 more, and then 2 more. Alright, and that's how I do the super elevation. Now, if you want to test this out till you see what thickness you desire for your tape to make your super elevation, what you can do is you can take a piece of track. I have a piece of flex track here that I pinned in place, and make sure you pin it down tight so that way you get an accurate idea of your super elevation. Now let me see if I can get this down here and you can get a look at this of the super elevation on this. Hopefully that shows up in camera, but that is my super elevation. Hopefully that's showing up. Maybe even a shot down from the top where you can see it's definitely got an angle to it. You don't want to go too crazy or you're going to start running into problems. But definitely there's definite super elevation there, and I think I'm happy with that. Now what I'll do, since I glue my track down, I just lay my glue right on across the road bed and tape, lay the track down, pin it in place, put weights on it, whatever, hold it down until the glue dries, and then you have your super elevation. Now as a note, the tape will not stay on the road bed for a long time without starting to lift up. Now it's not a problem once you have your glue and track down, but don't lay your tape down until you're going to lay your track. If you lay your tape down and think, alright, I'll do the tape and then come back tomorrow and lay the track, well, your tape's going to be lifted off the road bed and you're going to have to redo it. Don't ask me how I know that. I learned it the hard way. But as far as once you have your track glued down on top of this, then there's no problem. So, alright guys, I'm getting back to work. That's how I super elevate my curves. Alright guys, I got the passing siding in. One thing you did not see on camera, I had to come back real quick while the adhesive caulk was still wet. Some dummy me forgot that I needed to place a turnout in that passing siding right there. So I had to hurry up and cut that section of track out and piece in my my turnout. I did that while everything was still wet. No big deal. I just kind of got carried away, got ahead of myself. Just anxious to get this track work done. All I have to do is drop some feeders and we'll be doing some test running. Alright, thanks for sticking with me. I'll catch you later.